something else too.
I might have a surprise too in the chamber.
But all right, y'all ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. All right, welcome everybody. This is Media Marauders. I'm sorry, my energy is so off. Don't look at me weird, please. No, thank you all for the last time listeners and everyone that's coming new or old, whatever. This is Media Marauders. This is Max, Thomas, and Mr. James. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome. As you can see, we're still a man short. Mr. King couldn't make it tonight once again from familial issues, taking care of some stuff at home. So he says he gives his regards, and hopefully he'll be here next week. Oh shit! Hopefully next week we might end up.
Hey! Don't promise nothing. We ain't gonna.
All right. You're right. I'll shut up. There potentially some changes may be going forward, but hopefully that will be settled and situated by sometime next week or the following weeks. But yeah, we're back, Media Marauders. We grab some media throughout the week and we try to distribute it any way we can through our platform. And you gotta clear your throat. All right, push. Yeah, please do. Please carry me, man. But yeah, this is what we do, man. We come back, give you whatever info we seen, and honestly, this week has been dry as fuck for me. So I can't speak for y'all.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't consumed really any new media. I mean, I've seen some game footage, but that's basically it, honestly. So.
Watch a little bit of animes here, play a little bit of games there, watch movies there. Saw a good documentary. It was depressing, but good. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been playing games. I've been really trying to get heavy into the streaming. If y'all haven't seen, I'm dropping some of the RE8 Village soon on YouTube on our channel. So hopefully we can get some more revenue, get more avenue with views and likes and subscribers with that. Because that game is just stressful at times. The most recent where I stopped at is just, I'm like, all right, I haven't gone back to it in like 2 or 3 days. I was like, I'll come back to this. I will be finishing this game. I'm almost done. I'm like maybe about 2 or 3 hours left of the game. I'm pretty sure.
I like to play that sometime, but I won't.
It's a good game. It really came back to the roots of horror.
If they went back to the roots of third person, I would probably play it.
I'm not a big fan of FPS either, or like first person, but they have really, because originally Resident Evil, if you guys don't know, Resident Evil was supposed to be a first person. Yeah. But it was supposed to be a first person, but I guess because at that time those cartridges, when they were trying to originally do it, and it didn't have enough space to be able to handle for a first person perspective. So they switched it up and made it third person. It was easier on the engine, what they were using or something like that.
Was it ever a arcade game? I thought it was, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think there was a shooter at some point.
Yeah, I think it was called Outbreak. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
It might have been something else.
I think Outbreak was the multiplayer, like the MMO, the 4-player co-op one.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was like a light gun one, though, somewhere down the line. Yeah,
man, it was... they have plenty of different like spin-offs and stuff, but Resident Evil really lost its roots. It took a while for them to get back to where they needed to be.
You think so? I'm glad. This game right here, you think they did it?
Yeah, they definitely came back, man. Resident Evil 8 Village, 7 and 8. I never played 7. I watched the gameplay of 7 because I heard, I was being dumb. I was like, it seemed too short. Why am I going to buy a $60 game that if I'm going to beat it in like 6 hours? But it's not about how long a game is, man. It's the experience. And
no, that's right how long it is.
I mean, I think there's games out there, depending on length, like it doesn't matter. Like as long as you experience it, like you got something from it, you could come back and the replay value is still hits. I don't see an issue.
Value, you say though. What's his replay value?
Where's Nigel at?
Would you say that about Hades? Did you ever beat that game?
I still haven't beaten Hades, but Hades is one of those games where if you as time goes on and you playing that game, you know the routine of what weapons could do, enemies. Like it's a building experience throughout. So every time you die in Hades, you gain something from it. I've seen speedrunners. I think there's a speedrunner right now. The fastest speed run for Hades is like 48 minutes. So the best way of doing things is by consistent, like Sekiro. Like I think a speed run without glitches is like an hour or something. You could beat the game. They're beating the game.
I was say there's a 25-minute Hades speed run right in front of me, actually.
Oh, 25? Had they shortened? Someone must have shortened it.
This was like months ago, though.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, but Max hadn't played that game until like months ago too, when it first like dropped.
Yeah, man. I'm want to get back on Hades and stream that one, even though I haven't gotten that far. I've gotten far, but I almost beat the last boss. Almost, like this close.
Really?
But I restarted. I didn't stream it at that time.
I want to buy it, but I'm like,
it's a great game.
I just have way too many games in the waiting list.
And if you're like a sucker for Greek mythology, it does an impeccable job of including it. There's good humor. There's a lot of good humor in it. It doesn't take itself too seriously. I love a game that doesn't take itself too seriously when it's serious plot and like the drive for the main character, what it is. So it's pretty dope.
I find it. We can have a discussion on that because like I played Immortal Phoenix Rising also, and people had feelings on how they portrayed the Greek gods because they didn't really give them any redeeming qualities. But I'm like, I don't remember them having redeeming qualities. They were terrible people.
They were assholes. Yeah.
So I'm like,
to each other. Like they were like supposed to be a family, but then they would go behind their backs and backstab each other all the time. So
Zeus is trying to F his own daughters and shit. Like it's just grimy. Like why would you want to?
People are like, well, because Hades' rendition of them or something like that. And they're like, because they made some black ones too. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
Oh, so they're feeling some type of way about that, of course.
Well, no, that's what made people kind of like it more. But I'm like,
oh, okay. The diversity.
But it's fantasy, so they could have been.
Speaking of first-person shooters, do y'all want to talk about Splitgate?
Ooh. Splitgate. I mean, we honestly didn't have that in the docket, but I don't mind.
We can talk about it.
Very exciting.
We can talk. We can talk about it. All right. You kind of blindsided me with that one, James. Let me do my research real quick. Talk about it. Real quick.
You have to bring out his notes.
Oh, I gotta go. I gotta look at the shit. I can't just talk about it.
Your first-person shooters.
Yeah, I was like,
well, I mean,
you're saying that you don't like it that much, but I know you guys have been playing Splitgate, and I've been watching some of your game footage, and I was like, this game seems awesome, like a rendition of Halo and Portal, as you guys said. It just seems like a lot of fun, honestly. Like they have that formula to make you keep coming back to play it. I'm not saying that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm not saying that some other new game might not come out, like Tales of Arise, that might not take your attention away from it. But at the same time, if you want to hop on a game and have fun with your friends, like in a party, and just run through, release some toxicity or whatever, then it seems like the game to play.
Yeah. Look, real quick, I got a little bit of information. I'm gonna jump in real quick for the ones that don't know what Splitgate is. I'll give you a quick synopsis. The game revolves around a Halo-inspired sci-fi combat in battle arenas where players can create wormhole portals between 2 points on the map that have been compared to those of the Portal series and fire weapons or travel through those portals. And thank you, Thomas, for the gameplay right here. It's so heavily inspired by Halo, man. I know I've never played Portal. I know that's one of those games that you should play as a gamer or somebody that likes those type of puzzle games.
It's a pretty fun puzzle game.
It is pretty fun. I didn't beat it, but I definitely played it for the playability of it and solving puzzles.
Yeah, I saw some of the gameplay before a while back as well when it was really popular. People kept talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
It just gives me Halo, but I've never been the biggest FPS player.
Says it has 100 hours of Rainbow.
Gotcha. Yo, Rainbow Six Siege. That's where I have to kind of cut myself because Rainbow Six Siege is one of those FPSs that strategically how it's supposed to be played is what I love about it. Right now,
Battlefield, then get on Battlefield with me.
So the thing is not that you don't really like first-person shooters. You just like select ones. Like
there's a certain go ahead.
There's select ones that stick out to you more that will bring you back to playing them. because they all have a certain formula, but some of them do the formula better. That's what I'm going to go with. And Halo was one of those games back in the day that had multiple, multiple, like one series of it, and
features, so many different features in Battle Arena. There's a certain nuance that I appreciate for these games.
I think that's the thing. Like for me though, I didn't like Halo. Period. Like I didn't like Halo at all. And
I can understand that. It lost its luster for me.
Even in the very beginning.
Oh no, I hated it in the very beginning.
Oh, okay.
I am not.
I loved it, man.
I loved it too, but I was a PlayStation owner, so I only played with my friends on Xbox. So
that was the thing. Like for me, I have pedigree of first person shooter knowledge. I just don't like them. Like I've built levels and stuff for first person shooters. I just really don't like them. It's one of those things. Like if my friends are playing them, I will play it.
Jump in.
And like. Yes. And there's some games that I will play even if they're first person, besides the fact that they are first person. I just like winning. That's my other thing, though. Really just like winning. Yeah, I just like winning.
Yeah, I mean, that's me too, but that's why I would play. But, if I play Call of Duty or something like that, like when people that have so many hours and I spawn and I automatically die, I hate that game because of that.
I can never play Call of Duty.
Honestly, I can't really decide that. Like I gotta pinpoint the differences for me when it comes to Splitgate, Call of Duty, and Battlefield. Like there's a reason there's an allure for me when I for Halos and Splitgate.
See, that's the thing I don't understand. Like you like in Rainbow Six and not like in Battlefield. Like if you get Battlefield with a good squad, it's like playing a bigger version of Rainbow Six.
See, and this is where I could pinpoint the difference there. If you guys haven't played Rainbow Siege, for the audiences and you guys here, I suggest y'all to play a couple rounds of that. I think I appreciate the low scale of it, because Battlefield you could literally have 100 people on a map. I don't know. I'm sorry. Don't need that.
You literally cannot have 100 people on the map until the next one coming out.
I'm definitely giving false information. I will do that intentionally.
36 players on the map.
That's too much, man. That is way too much,
18. That's it.
The last I don't know which episode you showed the preview of it, but the one that had they're in the air with the jets and you got like cyclones or whatever coming at you. I'm like,
that looked dope.
How
it did look
hell
dope.
Are you supposed to know how to control all of that? Like it's so much going on. I don't know. I mean, I get that's the lore of it. Like that's draw people in. You got to have new stuff every single time, but it's just craziness.
That's what I like about Battlefield. You could be an engineer, you could be an assault rifle, you could be a medic. You don't really have to play. You could play a role in a team. You don't got to be the guy who's like, I'm coming in here, I'm gonna be the John Wayne last action hero, killing everybody like you Rambo. You play your role and you do what you need to do to get objectives. Why they also suck at playing oddball, because they don't like doing objectives.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I honestly I don't mind oddball. It's just I need the strategy behind it. We need to be, especially if we're in a group, we're actually talking to one another. The thing is, I want to gun people down.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
I just want to say,
what's eyeball?
It's when you grab the ball and you run across the stage with it and got to keep it holding long enough. While y'all were playing yesterday, I hopped on, played, was it yesterday or the day before? Whichever. I hopped on, I was playing oddball with me and a team with no one with mics. We blew the other team out by just figuring out what each other were doing. No communication, no talking, but like understanding of this is the meta. And we figured it out.
And I think and going from that, I could say that I'm the type where I'm a lone wolf whenever I play. I don't like sticking with my team. I hate it. I don't like it.
You see, Jane? You see, this is why he doesn't like Battlefield.
I'm the same with Siege too. Unless with Siege, you have to be with your team. Like unless you really unless you're that good. I'm not that good at FPSs, so I need to stick with my team in Siege. So, or at least have a person that I need to be close to enough within a certain field of within my field of awareness. You need to be there.
I'm a team player. I'll be the bullet shield when it's needed. So when we did a teabag game, I was saving their tea bags left and right, left and right.
Go ahead.
Back in the day, there was a game. There was two people, and you both were on a team. You like mercenaries.
I think it was mercenary. No.
And you played together. I can't.
They had the mask. They had the two masks.
No, they had the mask exactly.
Isn't that Payday?
No, Payday is not two. It's not 2 players. That's 4 players. There's Kane
Or
and
is
Lynch.
that
There was another.
Kane and Lynch. That's
Kane and Lynch was one, but then there was another one with guys with 2 masks.
I don't know that one. Look it
back.
up. I have no clue. But I do appreciate getting back on Split. I think I appreciate the features that they have. They have different type of. They have SWAT, deathmatch. They have one where every time you kill an opponent, your gun upgrades. I forgot what that.
Oh, gun game.
That one's gun game. Yeah, there's a lot of features like this. The teabag one you said earlier. I think there's a certain. They're going a different route with this. They're having fun with it. They're obviously. I don't know the studio's name is 1047 Games. I've never heard of them. I think they're a brand new studio or developers, and developers are called 1047 and published by 1047. I think they're indie. I'm pretty sure they're indie.
Yeah, they're definitely indie because I know right now it's still in beta.
Yeah, they're still doing the beta testing, but the full game they're saying is coming out this month, or I guess this. I don't know. It says something along that lines.
I do have a question though. Since it's so much like Halo, we know it's Halo based. Is there any copyright claims or anything like when they say takes? Okay, so since it's like a first-person shooter, there's so many of them out there. You can make it however you want to.
Yes, I think that where we could definitely say, oh, y'all definitely fans of Halo or copy for Halo is the red and blue. Like how when you start off, you have red and blue team.
No, you can't do that.
And
Team Fortress had it way before Halo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's some of these things have just been like red and blue has been like going on.
It's just recycled.
First person shooters been out so long. I was wondering if there's so many of them that you can put anything together at this point. And
yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's recycled ideas for a lot of things.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, but there's some too to like if you like Battlefield, but you want something even more sim than Battlefield, there's like Arma and stuff like that. Like the first person shooter community, you have the mainstream games that the CODs, the Battlefield, the Halos, and whatnot. Then you have like the ones that when you really want to go deep into it, where it's like Arma. What's the other one that was based off of Arma? Like I think Arma was the game that they made before they made DayZ. I think that's a mod from Arma. Then there's like something like Insurgents, Fallujah. There's like a whole bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of them, but Counter Strikes.
Well, I appreciate this game's its venture into the FPS. Because you could say that Halo is more of a running gun. It's definitely a running gun, turn your brain off and just shoot type of thing. But I feel like there is still there's just fun to this game. There's a lot of fun to Splitgate, and I'm surprised I enjoyed it so much.
Mm-hmm. Why though? Because I was carrying the team for y'all. Even though I was taking them deaths, I was carrying the team for y'all. That's the
I'm just yeah, you go ahead and keep saying it. It's recorded, so you're allowed to do it. But nah, man, I would suggest to check it out for the ones that have no idea. I think it's on PC, PS4, PS5, all the Xboxes, and Steam. Yeah, Microsoft works. You can get on Game Pass. It's all. I don't know if it's cross-played. I don't think you could just play on any of them. Everyone could just play on one under one server or something.
Just to jump in, the game that I was thinking of was Army of Two.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. Yeah.
Army of Two.
That was a good series while it ran.
Right. You had to rely on each other. So
yeah, I like games like that with this strategy involved. That's why I like Siege so much. Siege is a good game, and I'm not gonna get too deep into it. Siege, look it up. It's tactical. Like it can be tactical. Every person has a special ability. And, you can utilize it right in attack and defense. So
that's the thing I would say too is like on a side note, Ubisoft does some real good co-op games. Like like me and my homeboy, we love playing on Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon was my favorite.
I'm telling you, Wildlands, that was my game. And
Wildlands looked like it could have been fun.
She got into it, man. It's a fun game right there. Killing the local.
That's a first-person shooter that like.
Oh yeah, originally it was a first person shooter.
Yeah. And then it switched to third person?
Third person open world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a game like I would just play by myself, like just to run through the story and everything. Like I don't know, I just love playing that game.
It was like Rainbow Six, how Rainbow Six started. Well, I think Ghost Recon was more about like, I think doing military operations third person. Or
so you had your objectives and everything like that. So that's why I think I liked it. but I didn't have to worry about getting online where people played thousands of hours and like, just spawning and getting killed. I could just how it is. The stories were good. I like the military stories. I don't know why, but because I'm usually into racing games and hack and slash and all that type of stuff and RPGs.
Yeah, I try to be versatile with everything. I jump from JRPGs to FPSs, man. Like I try not to limit myself too much. If it looks interesting enough, I'll go for it.
He skipped one conveniently. His games with half-naked teenagers. Just
hey, man, it just so happens that the games I play have half-naked teenagers. There's nothing. I can't do nothing about that. That's not my fault. Get to the developers, all right? They make an appealing enough plot, and I go for it. It's not my fault.
I might cut that out. Just saying, I just might click on that.
That seemed a little incriminating. Yeah, a little creepy.
You're not gonna see James or myself in the video.
One thing I will add on to the Splitgate, I really do appreciate the portal aspects. That shit's actually pretty tough. If you utilize it really well, you could trip up opponents really, really well. So hats off for that mechanic for that game. That's really
that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest difference between it being kind of based off Halo versus having that portal aspect and the usability of that, how you utilize it in the game.
Yeah, that's what makes it.
The advantage is crazy. The things you can do from jump from one side to the other, or shooting through it, or using it as a trap. It's off me watching because, of course, I haven't. But
yeah, you should get in on it. Download it. Hop on in.
So it's like y'all 4 be killing it though. I'm like, all right,
y'all, it's a fun game. It's really one of those. Clear, like once your schedule is clear, hop on for about 40 minutes and just lay back, chill, and be frustrated for a while. Every so often.
So what? Please say what has frustrated you about the game?
Only thing that frustrates is the time that I get frustrated is when I don't know the map very well. Like when I jumped in for the first time going in blind, we jumped into a certain map. And I was just getting frustrated because I didn't know the map well, and motherfuckers were just clocking me in the back of the head because I'm not paying. Because especially if you're playing around that doesn't have any radars at all, oh yeah, you about to get got.
Get good.
Yeah, exactly. I just got to get good. That's my moments. It's my mistakes. It's mainly my mistakes. Like, yo, these motherfuckers think they nice. All right, let me come back. Ooh, got shot again. All right, hate this game now.
Well, that's the thing. Some people you can tell have been playing for a good minute because I think it just came to PlayStation like 2 weeks ago, but it's been in on PC for a good minute now.
I didn't know that.
That's the thing about like Call of Duty. Going back to that, if I'm not playing constantly, if somebody else been playing all the time and I spawn, and next thing you know, I'm trying to figure out where I'm at, and they get killed. It keeps happening repeatedly, and I'm just like, all right, I can't even eat now. I get a couple kills here and there, but luckily these maps are small enough, and if you got the team, you can start to get better. But you still can get frustrated.
Some of these maps aren't small. That's the other thing.
Oh,
like,
really?
Running for a minute.
Ones I watch smaller.
Which honestly,
I stayed in a certain area. Y'all spawned when y'all got killed, and y'all stayed in a certain area.
Depending on the map, yeah. And that's one thing I noticed that certain particular matches you play, like deathmatch compared to gunplay, I think it was you said before. Like I don't think all maps are available for every type of.
I don't think so. I know like the 3v3 maps are somewhat smaller, but that's the thing. I think that's why it's in beta because they still haven't figured out the sweet spot yet.
Okay. So. Well, I'll be really glad that they keep this free to play because they'll be in competition with Apex and Fortnite and shit like that.
Well, because Halo went free to play before this game even made a dent.
Oh,
because I remember when they announced Halo. The new Halo game, the multiplayer is gonna be free to play for Xbox 360. Nope.
They trying to bring them back.
X and Xbox One.
That's a good power move right there. Halo's it's a staple.
It's a giant. Yeah, it's a giant at this point to me.
Shit. Well, I take my hats off for Split. I take my hats off for Splitgate, man. 1047 games, man. I don't know where the hell y'all came from, but you guys have something here. So
couldn't find out they made some terrible game in the fast, and you just sat around.
I have no idea. I
think they might be brand new.
Yeah, I think they're a new studio or just for the developers.
Or some vets from other studio making the new one.
Because I don't see anything about them. Anything else?
It said 740. What's his name in the studio again?
1047.
1047 games. Yeah. They got raises $6.5 million to develop the free-to-play shooter. Jesus, that was back in May 24th of this year.
People seeing it, probably like, yo, this looks like too much fun. Yeah, I don't see what do they have? Do they have anything?
No, I think this is their only game under these developers.
That's pretty awesome. Their 1040 Games was founded by a guy I cannot say his name. Another guy I can't say his name. In a dorm room at Stanford, the company was named after the address of their dorm.
Oh shit! So like, in the States though.
Yeah, Stafford.
Wow. Well, they got something, man. Hopefully, Halo doesn't knock them out completely, because people are you have dedicated fans that have been Halo fans for years. So
right,
that's the thing. Either they're going to catch this game is going to make them a lot of money, or someone's probably going to try to buy them out.
Yeah, buy them out. So use buy them out. Can you imagine Halo? I mean, the name of it is Halo, but you can have your own personal Halos in Halo.
Yeah.
That's what this game is to me.
They got something. I feel like it's just, I don't want to say it's a carbon copy of Halo, but it's a lot of Halo mechanic-y. It's like really,
it's the gunplay, because Halo has this gunplay that people are used to. It's like, like how I think we're like, yo, why can't you slide like Apex? Because Apex has that feel. Apex, Titanfall have their feel. And like if you play Call of Duty, it has its feel like that. Fast pace.
You're right.
It does.
This definitely has that Halo pace, which I appreciate, which made me fall in love with Halo multiplayer. But all right, yeah, Splitgate, man, that was a random one, but that was pretty good. Good one, James. But I guess we could kind of jump into one of our initial topics. We could do that real quick, or do y'all think we should do a commercial break?
Depends on this Tales of Arise, or
that's what I was thinking. We could kind of Thomas and I, we could kind of tag team Tales of Arise.
We can do that.
Let's go for it.
You down for it?
In between. Go for it.
You saw it?
I don't think we have time for that one. No.
Which one?
Tales of Arise.
We don't have time?
Yeah, not 9 minutes. That's just.
Yeah. All right, we'll do a quick commercial break then. I didn't think we were on Splitgate that long. Damn. Yeah. All right. Yeah, quick commercial break, y'all. We'll be right back.
Off.
I bet. Hey, girl. All right. Welcome back. This is Media Marauders. We had a quick commercial break. We just finished off with talking about Splitgate, a pleasantly surprising first-person shooter that actually has been impressing us. So once again, hats off to 1047 Games out there, developers. So, but now we'll really get into the crust of what we hit. Really, the reason why we started off this episode today. Tales of Arise just released yesterday, right? We'll say yesterday.
Well, the beta dropped. Well, the open beta for open demo dropped for the public yesterday. 2 days for influencers.
Oh, bet. That's right. Oh, I can't wait to get to a level like that if I ever do. But Tales of Arise, man. Oh my gosh. Once Thomas sent the link or the release date for it, that he said that it dropped today. I was like, yo, I need to make this happen. I've been waiting for the past. I was really worried, like low key, I was worried that they were going to drop a demo for it because it was getting closer to the release date, which is next month. And I hopped on earlier, James. You were watching the stream, man.
And it sold me, man. Oh my God, it sold me. I was like, how? Why am I interested in this? It's chaotic. I don't know, chaotic fantasy at its best. Like I don't know, man. I was really enjoying that game.
The scale for this game, it looks so beautiful. And I didn't even have it on. I don't think it was even playing. I was playing it on 4K. I was just playing on regular 1080, and it looked beautiful, bro. It looked majestic. Once you start the game, you walk up to one of the peaks and you just watch the horizon, and it just looks beautiful. Like Unreal Engine, what was it? Unreal Engine 4, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's the first time they went with Unreal instead of their own proprietary engine.
Yeah, that was a smart move, man.
I had nothing bad to say about this game. I would just kind of walk through a little bit. I think the only thing that I can say that it's going to take some time for me. That's your gameplay right there?
Nah, my gameplay's not uploaded.
Okay, got you. Yeah, bro. It's the mechanics a bit. I will say having the attack button on a Tails game on the shoulder for R1 to just attack was really awkward for me. I'm not too sure if you'll be able to button configure once this game releases. The demo, I didn't really see if you can even button configure there as well. But it was really reminiscent to how God of War and some of the From Software games were. And
that's what I liked about it. Just jumping in.
And then you have your arts. Your arts are on your face buttons. So, it's a triangle, circle, and X. And not circle, but it's triangle, square, and X are your arts attacks. And circle is your jump attack. And that's just weird. The fact that you have a jump attack that's never been done. I mean, unless you press up on an analog stick. On your analog stick, that's when the character would jump. So it's I don't even remember Basiria having a jump button. I'm pretty sure they didn't.
And you know what? I'm gonna put it out there. I don't know why they don't have jump buttons. What's the deal with jump buttons?
Just doesn't really. It was never really implemented. It never needed to be implemented from all the game.
Final Fantasy had a jump button.
They did.
They should have had a jump button. I think.
I think it's just the combat wise, like how it is. It just didn't really feel like it needed to have a jump button. But the way that this game is utilizing the jump button into combos, because you have particular set of arts for ground and when you're in the air. For at least for Alphen. I was using Alphen. I don't know who are you using, Thomas?
I want Alphen. I'm gonna go back and do the rest of the people.
Yeah,
I was thinking though, I don't know when they stopped having jump buttons in the fights.
Yeah,
it might have been when it went
the first.
When it went the 3 planes. I think when it was 2 planes, they had jump buttons. When it was 2D.
Yeah, when it was 2D, they started having that you could actually jump. It was just pressing up on the analog stick. There was never a designated button for a jump. Yeah. This is the first time that I've noticed in a Tails game. And I played from Symphonia to Abyss to Vesperia to I played a lot of these Tails games. So it was a little jarring.
You never played Tails of Destiny, boy.
The thing is, for me, I don't understand why not have a jump button if you're going to have enemies that fly or float or whatever. Like, you have to get up in the air anyway.
You have particular arts that can reach those enemies, though.
Yeah.
So and if depending on the direction on when you attack, if you hold up and the X, or let's say the X button is the regular attack button, if you hold up and X at the same time, it'll designate certain attacks that will get those enemies in the sky. And so that's where some of the tactics will be in too, is depending on certain bosses. If you have a flying boss, you have to utilize your buttons right. You have to wait until or magic, right? Yeah. Because another great thing about Tails, you can control everybody in your team. With this demo, I don't know if you've done it, Thomas, but I don't think you're allowed to control any of the other.
Oh, hold L1 and use the direction pad to pick someone different.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. I wasn't paying attention to the
they didn't tell you.
I heard.
They didn't tell you. I did on accident.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'll do that next time. So you could tell games are known for being able to switch between players at a fly. Like as soon as you blink, you can
also switch party members out and stuff like that. When I post my gameplay, you'll be able to see me like I was switching out party members and all that.
Ooh, beautiful.
That's kind of cool. So like when you hold L1 and switch them, like does that come to the character you control, or is it just somebody you tell to go attack for you while you're still playing your main character you select?
Well, you hold L1 to switch the character that you want. You can switch who you want to focus on also. Hold L2, I want to say it was to make them do an attack. So
yeah.
Wait. Without do you say up, down, left, right direction pad to make them do an attack, and hold L2 to do an attack using the people in the background?
Yeah, but you can switch perspectives by holding L1 in directional.
That's the question.
L1 and using the left stick, you can pick who you want to focus on.
Left stick. Okay, so you can play in their perspective. You're playing that actual player.
Oh no. Yeah, when you hit L1, you could pick who you want to play as in the middle of the fight. You can change to someone else.
Oh,
okay. There you go. Yeah, I didn't know they were allowing that in the demo.
Yeah, you should definitely do that, Max. That seems like
I'm definitely going to be playing around with this until the game actually releases September 10th. I really wanted, because Alphen it's typical Tails starter pack. Like he has the sword, and it's just a typical person within the Tales series. You always have that sword player. Most of the time, it's usually the main character that has a sword. But Shion seems, or yeah, Law. I mean, that's what I was saying in the stream too. Brawlers have always been like a weakness for me, but I've only played one brawler, and that was in Exilia with Jude.
Yeah,
and I never played the other Tales game.
Because I was thinking Tales of Destiny was all about swords. Everyone had a sword.
Yeah.
So.
This one has sword, guns, hands, a bow, staff, shield. Yeah. Shield is the first time I've seen. I think the shield is the first time I've seen as a weapon in the Tales game. So, and you know, you have a book. Book's always been around.
Yeah.
So,
see, that's the thing. Like, oh, what'd you say?
No, I was gonna just say I mentioned about the monster designs too. I've always appreciated Tales for its monster designs.
I like the monsters.
And yeah, man. And did they feel like they were a bit of sponges, Thomas, to you?
Yeah, I think they were supposed to be, because it's more about using the co-op stuff or something.
Yeah.
But explain that term for me.
Sponge art, they're just taking hits, and it feels like their health bar is going down very slowly.
Yeah,
it definitely was going down slow. I was watching it. I was like, how strong are these enemies? Because I thought you guys were like OP while you were playing. I guess in a demo or beta, they basically gave you all your party members, because I don't think you're going to start with all your party members like that. And everybody already had learned so many different things. You're still learning things, but you still have all your teammates.
I don't think you start with the fire sword. From what I was seeing,
no, the blazing sword. I think.
Yeah, that doesn't. You don't even start with that.
No,
but
it's just like a typical JRPG. You start off with nothing, and then you build from there. And you go ahead.
I was gonna say, and the thing too is like while playing the demo, like your characters are at level 26, and all the monsters are at level 26 also.
Yeah. I think I saw some. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but just the design is beautiful, man. The fluidity, it just feels so cohesive. It feels great moving the characters. The one other thing that I'm not gonna say I'm complaining, but I did notice, and I'm sure James would be the one to complain about it, is the voice acting for particular scenes. Like, you're reading a lot of what's happening for what, and they're not just normal. Yeah, there's no real voice acting for certain dialogue pieces, and you would think, as far as we are now into gaming or with JRPGs, that a lot of these NPCs would be voiced as well, or just a lot of these dialogues and scenes will be voiced. And I know that could be a bit jarring for people that stream and people watching.
Well, no,
really,
well, it can be jarring for people who are watching, but if you're very big into JRPGs, I don't think it's jarring, because even the Yakuza games, as big as they are, they have a lot of non voiceover script.
You know what game that spoiled me recently? Scarlet Nexus. Almost every dialogue piece was voiced.
Yeah, but Scarlet Nexus also did. I'm trying to think. Scarlet Nexus, if you pay attention to it, does not have a big cast of people you interact with. Yeah,
and I'm sure they're using the same voice actors for like NPCs.
Well, no, that's the thing. I'm like, if because now that I'm like going to the point where I'm just trying to platinum it, like I only have one trophy left. It's pretty much, I think there's the main cast that you play as, the bad guy, and I think besides him, there's like maybe 8 or 9 other NPCs that are voiced. You got a point for compare. Well, I mean, we don't know how vast Arise is going to be, but it was just a little weird that we're still reading text. I mean, you could definitely still read Scarlet Nexus also. No, I'm saying though, like, it just felt a little off. Like, I was like, okay, we're really. It seemed like even in the demo, there was a lot to read. There's a lot of reading going on.
Yeah, so you had like basically paragraphs when you dealing with the NPCs, but when you would cut to the cutscenes with your characters of your team, it will show them moving, and like it'll show slides like you would like in an anime. The skits, and they will talk, and they will have all these very good voice actors, and I'm like, so
that's what I appreciate.
You couldn't have some of this for some of the NPCs because you have like big blocks of
text
you gotta read, and they just say like one word or 2 words, like okay, or something short, like hey, just like next thing you see like 3 sentences, and you continue on and on. I'm just like, why would you stop there. I think the fact is like, why would they stop there? They had the ability to do it, but they stopped there.
No,
it must have been a budgeting.
Yeah, it's more budgeting because you can't really say they're going to have the ability to do that. Like, because if you look at like the amount of voiceover work that's done in the Grand Theft Auto game, that is a big part of their budget. It's
the voice acting.
So it's like, where do you want the money to go? Do you want to go to the voice acting, or do you want to go
to the mechanics?
To the mechanics, and this was their first time using Unreal. I want to say
because
Scarlet Nexus was supposed to come out after this game, which was an interesting situation. This game hit a snag somewhere in the development cycle, which they had to go back and keep reworking it. Which I was like, that is an interesting situation because Scarlet Nexus, you could see in Scarlet Nexus where some of the things came from this. Like when you even look at the how they did cutscenes in Scarlet Nexus. That's how they're doing their party scenes in this.
Right. And I appreciated the skits for this. A lot of people were really up in arms about it because of how they kind of wanted that 2D aspect of it, to keep the 2D aspect, but I appreciated the 2D, 3D aspect of what they're doing with the skits now. Like and the fact that you could keep your attachments, you see like how Scarlet Nexus did, you see your attachments in these skits as you go forward.
But that's the thing too. Like those 2D skits that people wanted, I'm like, you can do, they could do that. But again, they're going to have to learn how to do it in this engine. And I'm like, these skits look better in my opinion.
Yeah, they do. Like they actually move around, like it. Yeah. Like in Scarlet Nexus, they were stills, and then they just had the words. And here, like they're still like kind of like live action, but they're like in boxes. I don't know what they're called, like for comics or anime. Like it gives me that feel like I'm reading something.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's definitely how a lot of older Telltale games were. They kept that 2D format, and the only things that would really move is the mouse, eyes. Like certain expressions will be different, but it's all still framed, or it's just their outlines of them talking. You see their mouths moving or whatever. Like the older like Symphonia, you'll just see a picture of them and just words will be going on, and they might express a little bit. They might have some emotive moments.
Yeah, it was like they'll do mouth movement and they'll swap the sprite out to the next sprite to show a different expression.
Exactly. And I appreciate this a lot more, especially if you could do your attachments are involved. Like that's progressive as fuck to me. So
by attachments, explain that.
You said what?
Explain attachments. Like you can see where you're talking about.
Oh, just like Scarlet Nexus, where you see, I'm sure you've seen some of Thomas's streams where you'll see him add certain attachments, certain features onto the characters, like the wings on their back or the masks on their face. Yeah.
See,
so
the reason I thought you talk about the attachments with the dialogue, but you're saying you see the attachments while they're doing the dialogue.
Yeah, that's one thing that Telltale has always been known for, attachments on certain particular players or characters. So they kept that going. People were worried about it was going to lose its Telltale's image, like what Telltale has been popular for since Symphonia, and but I think this new team, or I think it's around the same developers that have been around Telltale for such a long time. They're just revamping and making it better, making it more. I hate using user friendly, but just more accessible to players.
I don't know about that one.
I think the accessibility for it. I think it's going to be. There's only 6 arts that are usable, and you can use 3 on the ground and 3 in the air. I think it's a little more simplistic.
I think it's been like that for a good minute though.
Play Grace's F, my friend. Grace's F is
Grace's F is an older one by a lot compared to Vesperia and Vesperia. Or Zestiria. Those two are the most recent ones before Grace's F.
Yeah.
Because Grace's F is one of the older ones. So that's what I'm saying. Like
back 2000.
They've been simplifying it like for the last 2 console generations compared to
trying to make it more. You think you utilize it better with players?
Trying to do something different. Like my thing is,
which I appreciate, but it is what it is.
To me, it's hitting better than that Star Ocean game. Remember that Star Ocean? That Star Ocean game, the one I disliked severely.
Yes,
the most recent
I never played it. Don't want to.
That was my biggest fear. I was like, yo, if they make this game like that Star Ocean game, I was gonna be mad.
No, but there is what people like. I know not Tom. I know James said like, yo, so it's chaotic, or you said something like, I was like, this is they're doing a lot on the screen. I think they're doing a lot, but if you look back at some of these older Telltale games, it's almost identical. It's just it looks better. It just looks a lot better.
But that's the thing. Like the first one, like when I played Destiny, and you had to do the 2D plane. That's it. That got excessively chaotic. People throwing fireballs. You got to jump over things.
Yeah,
it was just
this
that
game
looks like it's hard.
Yeah, I was looking at the chaos in this game. I mean, it's great. It's just so much happening. Like everybody's still talking, and then you call them for different strikes and everything, and you still got to worry about the enemies running around and hitting you for an attack.
I love that spatial awareness that you need.
Stopping for you. They're like, "Oh, you're gonna hit me, or I'm gonna dodge, and I'm gonna come right back at you." And you can throw it whatever you want. And a lot of attacks will miss. And you're like, yo, if you don't put these on, like even your side character attacks will miss.
I appreciated that. Even though I was in mid, like I was about to start with a special, I was hit out. I was hit out of my special because I wanted it too much. No, I wanted it too much. I was too eager for it to come down with that Phoenix, that blazing Phoenix attack. Yeah. I kept getting interrupted.
Or be right to like sidestepping just a little bit. And you're like, dang, I just messed that attack up. Next thing you know, you get hit or knocked out. And you're like, all right.
But did you see the super moves? Like, I think you like not the combo moves, like that.
I forgot what they're called.
No, I'm talking about Ashen's move.
You talking about holding?
He starts glowing blue and goes to do a super move and does like
that's when you're allowed to do your burst, or not your burst.
Like it's pretty much like I think it was burst in one of them.
Mystic art.
Yeah, I was like when that happened, I wasn't playing this, and he just did it on his own. I was like, wait a minute, what? Because it doesn't say how to do it.
Yeah, I didn't know how to do the mystic art. I know there's certain moves you hold, like your art. You hold your art afterwards, and they'll have like a quick special in that moment.
Right.
But I know you're talking about the mystic art. So when you go blue, you're supposed to. That's when you're allowed to do your mystic art. But I don't know how to do it in this game yet.
I was like, oh, y'all just put us in a demo and tell us how to do anything, huh? Just to let us.
Exactly. It's like, hey, look, you can expect more of this. You want to learn how to play it, you should buy the game.
I was like, that's
usually
they sold you. They sold you though.
Oh no, they've been sold me, but like my thing was like, yo, don't make me not want to buy this game. If I play this demo, I don't want to buy this game. I'm not going through another Star Ocean debacle. It's like
I almost felt like that for Berseria when I played the demo for Berseria. I was like, I don't really like this.
I still gotta play.
But then I bought the game and I played it. I was like, okay, it's not bad. I think Exilia still did a better job as one of the most recent in this generation.
See, my favorite one was you ever played? Was it not Lagaya? It might have been Lagaya with the one with the art style done by the dude who did Samurai Champloo.
You talking about
Lars the Legendia? It might have been Legendia.
Legendia.
That was my.
That's a completely different studio. That was a part of that.
Yeah, that was my.
I heard really bad things about it, but I want to check it out.
I like that one, but that was the first time I played with a dude who did hand-to-hand combat. Also,
yeah,
it was more like it played like a fighter.
Seal. I think his name is Seal, something like that.
That was back in PlayStation 2. So
yeah, that's back on PS2. I might get on that emulation or something like that because they don't sell them no more. They do not publish that game no more.
Yeah, well, I'll let you borrow mine.
Really?
No.
He said
jerk. Digital. But no, I'm really impressed. I like the atmosphere of the game, the mechanics of the game. I'm gonna have to get used to the visuals. The voice acting is pretty good so far. Law's already annoying to me, but I like him because I think he's supposed to be annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what I got from it.
Riddenwell. Like Dalahin, I'm really gonna like him. I feel like he's gonna be my favorite. Him and Kasane are gonna have those moments that buddy heads.
Reddish hair, the one with the reddish hair. Yeah.
He's black,
really about him.
Yes, damn right. You gotta support him. No, but he actually seems like an interesting character. I really like the Shion and Alphen, like the dynamic between them. Like, oh, I'm rich and I'm like a princess, and you're below me, slave.
I'm gonna say it now. I bet you Alphen dies.
Nah, I think Shion almost dies.
I bet you Alphen dies.
Nah, Alphen's not gonna die.
I have a feeling
because he can't feel pain. So there might be something where he might start feeling pain again, and he might almost die. But he's gonna come back with like the same. I'm thinking that was Shion though.
This is a Tails game.
It starts feeling pain.
Nah, Tails games they don't kill their characters like that. They killed one character in Zestiria, but then you
characters before they killed Maxwell.
Or they killed Zella. In Symphonia, I'm no spoilers, but this game's been out for
that's just too old now. So
Zelos, he could end up dying depending on the route you go. Zelos was the guy with the long red hair.
Yeah, I thought
pervert.
What's the name's dad? Lloyd's dad.
Kratos.
Yeah.
Kratos.
Yeah.
He
That was
can
an
die
interesting
too,
game.
depending on the route you go.
Yeah. So I'm like, they kill people.
Yeah.
Are they the main characters though that they kill? You talking about the
Yeah, it was
right?
the main characters, main side characters.
They killed the main characters Asteria and they replaced them. And
yeah.
So they kill characters off.
They kill them off, but
I hate when it's my favorite though.
They don't hold too much weight.
It always gets my mad. I get mad when it's one of my favorite characters. I'm like, no, y'all gonna bring him back, right? He ain't really dead.
Nah.
Oh, he dead?
You better write a fan fiction. He's gone.
You're not gonna pull a Marvel? You know?
Nah, he's gone. But no, what was some of the things that you didn't enjoy about it? Is it mechanics or things that you did enjoy?
I enjoyed it. The mechanics were cool. The thing is, I'm still kind of holding it with since I know it was developed before. It started development before Scarlet Nexus. I'm kind of like not holding it at that same level because I remember at one point we saw animations were looking kind of stiff.
Yeah, when it was running, I was like, hold on now. They fixed that part. Yeah. They definitely fixed it.
That looks a lot better.
They fixed that. And I'm like, y'all, there's a lot of things. The R1 button thing, I was like, all right, I'm gonna need y'all, hopefully when I'm playing the game, y'all space that out a little bit because I'm not trying to play like pushing R1 every 3 steps to see a cut scene happen. I'm like, I need y'all to.
Oh, the skits?
Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to space some skits out.
So that's the button you had to press to get the skits to go?
Yeah, you press R1 to play the skits. And there was a lot of skits you saw on the stream. Like there was one right after another one right after. And that could kind of mess up the streaming, the pacing and the streaming when people,
Yeah, but then I'm like, I want to try the mini games because I'm a big fan of JRPGs with mini games. Like, that's my thing.
Well, I'm pretty sure they'll have that. The cooking, the fact that you could do a lot outside of battling. They got a lot going on.
Cooking and they say, "Hey, there's fish over there." I was like, "Yo, can you go fishing?"
Yeah, I think there's fishing mechanic.
But I think you're supposed to be a fish in that spot, but they just don't have it in the demo. Yeah, I don't think they even mentioned it at that point. Which I'm like, I'm a big fan of mini games. Like that's why I bought that Olympics game. But it's like, I'm ready to give it a good try. I still got to finish my last Scarlet Nexus cleanup, which there's gonna be some hours. So I'm gonna see how I'm feeling by the time this drops. Yeah, but
I'm looking forward to it. Just one more month, y'all. Like literally, a month and not even like
it's less than a month. I think it's the 10th.
20 days,
or it's 10th or the 12th or something like that.
Yeah, it's the 10th.
To it too. I can't believe it, but I was like, I guess I know what my next game is. I don't know how this is possible, but I think I would really have to do it. Honestly,
you can play like you play God of War, huh?
No,
play for about 2 hours and then leave it alone.
I'm probably gonna play some more. I ain't gonna lie.
I think one of the complaints that people seem to have is they took out the multiplayer out of it, which
people were definitely up in arms about it, but
I never played that way. I played that way a couple of times, like playing back on PlayStation and stuff.
Wait, Tales used to have multiplayer in it?
Yeah, like someone,
that's what they were known for.
Yeah, if you had like a multi-tap, people could use all the other characters.
That'd be so cool if you was like, I don't know. I think that's like an awesome idea. Like run through the game with like another player because you got so many characters you can be, and both of you guys are like.
That was the thing. It was like whoever was the first player was kind of maintaining the game, and whoever was second player, whenever you got in the battles, they were able to control their character.
Yeah.
Which it was a fun thing if you're sitting there, like especially like nowadays with Twitch and stuff like that, you could easily not easily use some coding in there.
I honestly didn't meet that many people that did it. I never did it. I never played because I never met a lot of people that were into teleseries anyways.
You had no friends? You had no friends?
No. I had no friends not my friends. The friends that I hung out with, they were not going to be caught dead playing a game like that. Real shit.
The Miami people. See, that's why Virginia.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nice.
I don't know about all that, but yeah, you're right. Nah, man, but I'm really looking forward to this game, bro. I can't wait, honestly.
I think that's gonna be my second to next big game I'm gonna play.
What's the other one? You mind me asking?
Ghost of Tsushima Extended.
Oh, Extended.
The director's
cut, which that's tomorrow. So that's like 13 hours. So I should be able to blast through that.
Oh yeah, you knocked that out quick. But all right, man.
I haven't bought anything since Cyberpunk 2077. And, I should have been playing that game, but as you know, I can't play it on my regular PlayStation.
I think they got rid of a lot of bugs on that now. It's actually more playable than it was before.
No, have a warning to not play it on it though.
The base. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they gave the warning not to play it on the base. Like if you are going to still be dealing with a lot of headaches if you get a PlayStation Pro, and if you're going to get a PlayStation Pro, might as well find a PlayStation 5.
Yeah. No point. I'm not gonna do all that.
That's nothing. I'm still waiting for the PlayStation 5 version to drop. Just saying.
Yeah, that's gonna be at, and I know they're talking in the works of Witcher 4. That's gonna be, the rumors are really getting louder about
Witcher
that.
4.
Yeah.
It won't be Geralt, so I don't know what they're gonna do with that. That's gonna be their first.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be their first original Witcher if they do that. So that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, completely different off the story from the books, all that. So
yeah, because Witcher 3 ended the Witcher games were the end of the books. So
okay. Yeah, they'll probably keep doing their own little thing. But all right, man, fellas. I think we
there's also I meant to talk about that Wakanda. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
If you want to, yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
Y'all need to get up on that Marvel's Avengers, man. Well, Wakanda, man. It's hitting. I'm like, y'all sleeping.
I'll watch it. I'd rather just watch the gameplay, bro. Honestly.
It got to the point where it's actually worth hopping in because it's like enough. If you want to play a single player game, it has enough of it going, which that works for me because I've been enjoying it. I've enjoyed the Marvel game, like Marvel's Avengers. I think I put like 100 something hours in. I'm not one of those people who are doing the min-max stuff. And I was waiting to see, like, when they start dropping the stuff routinely, like new characters, new story.
Yeah.
And since they finally, because I think at first they had to get around a lot of bugs, like pretty much any games as a service. They had to get around the bugs, like with the drop of Wakanda to even change the UI for when you're like setting up your character skins and stuff like that. It feels like a whole different game, like I guess year 2. And I'm hoping they keep moving forward with this because I'm like, they still have a list of characters they haven't got around to even announcing yet. They blew up the whole roadmap for expansions and stuff like that. And the gameplay it's pretty fun. It's not too complicated, but it
looks actually pretty good.
Want it to be.
That looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It looks pretty good.
It does.
That PS5 right there though, make it look real good.
Stupid.
You ain't have to put that in there.
You have to rub that in real quick.
But that's the thing too, like the gameplay style of using like right here, using the Black Panther, you can see where they're doing like different.
He looks heavy, man.
Yeah, like he has different abilities. I didn't know what I was doing this. I kept trying to do is he has an armor that he could put on. He's very able to dodge, and then he has like stuff like the ability to pounce on people and stuff like that, which no one in the game has. And I'm like, all right, so they're really going to make it so you can actually do more things, kind of like the Spider-Man game. And I'm like, I can't wait to see what they do with this. And they still haven't even dropped their patrol sectors, which is gonna be like open world segments of the game where you could just you and your people hang out and just walk around and just do superhero stuff. When they start dropping that, I'm like, all right, that's going to be even more to play as if you're like, playing with your friends. Like instead of doing missions, you're like, all right, we're going to just drop in Wakanda and do some stuff around the Wakanda biome, or we're going to drop into the future where Maestro took over. You can walk around there and help handle that stuff. And they're still telling a story that I want to know where Nick Fury's at because he's been missing since the game jumped. So I was like, y'all gonna bring him in anytime soon?
I think I'm just not a fan of the game, like the fighting mechanic. It seems really repetitive.
See, that's the thing. I think that's the hardest thing to sell on it, is because like from watching it, it looks like you're just doing kind of like square, square, triangle, square, 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 triangle,
and they're pressing triangle and circle at the same time to do a special.
Well, triangle and circle to do a finisher.
A finisher, that's right.
Yeah, but then it's like but with Black Panther, if you hold square, he does the pounce. You can do that, which then lead to other combo stuff. And then you have a lot of when you're doing your skill loadouts, where you can start chaining out what kind of skills you have, what kind of special moves you have. There's a lot of customization in the game, but it's like you really don't see it unless you're playing the game like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're just kind of watching it, you don't really see it. And then some people were mad because like, what's the point of getting the armor point or the different armor pieces if you're not switching up your character's look? And it's like, well, that kind of makes it so your character doesn't look like a mix match, superhero running around.
Yeah.
Captain America with black helmet, blue outfit, and stuff like that.
I don't know, man. I'll watch more. I'll be waiting for you to keep posting more and talking about it. But that's about it. I mean, I would look forward to it when Spider-Man comes around. That'd be kind of cool.
Nah. Keep that energy.
I'm not gonna play it. I'm still not gonna play it, but I would like to see the gameplay for it.
And then it's also the people who have PlayStation Now also are able to play it because it's on PlayStation Now also with a couple.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah. That's what's up. Okay, well, so Avengers, man.
About the mechanics, like the fighting. We just talk about Tales of Rise. It has this certain mechanics the way you fight, and you have to fight that way, and it actually is repetitive. So, what's the difference in the repetitiveness of this?
I think with how in Rise, as you progress in the game, you learn new moves. Yeah. So, you said what?
Yeah, you learn new moves as you're playing.
And with a Rise, or if I could go back from older Tales games, how you utilize your older moves to your new moves, like how do you because it's all about combo progression. Like that's what I like about it too, about combo progression, and I just appreciate the way you can set up pieces with arts. That's what I really like about it. And it can get repetitive depending on how you get to certain enemies, how you fight certain enemies like bosses, or I think if you get new game pluses, certain your attacks will only do 1 damage, so you could just increase your combos. But they'll, your opponent will still get stunned and all that. But that's one thing I've always appreciated. But it can be repetitive, depending.
It has the same features in Avengers down to you can even customize your superhero special moves, like how you can throw the spear. I guess at some point you can upgrade his ultimate when then all of a sudden the Dormage show up. So you got Okoye and them start coming around doing some stuff also. But then not everyone's going to play with that same loadout, so they won't have those special moves either. So you can pick what special moves you want and all that stuff.
Yeah, see, then I'm good. What it is, man.
You insist JRPGs. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. Oh no, I like RPGs. Period. But I like Borderlands. I like Borderlands 3. It was really fun to me for some reason. I really appreciated Borderlands 3.
That was repetitive.
I mean, it stood out to me for some reason. The world stood out. The mechanic, not the mechanics, but the world definitely stood out. I appreciated the lore behind it, but I never got that far. I completely stopped playing that game after a while. But I appreciated what I did play. I don't know. I played the demo for Avengers and it just didn't do it for me, man. Did not do it for me.
Thor was where Thor and Iron Man is what sold it for me. Some of the other characters I do not like playing as. I don't like playing as Hulk. He's the only character I still got to level up besides Black Panther right now.
Hulk was the only one that I enjoyed. I think Hulk was the only one I really played with. Yeah.
And see, to go off the cuff too, though, my favorites are that I play as are Hawkeye, Thor, Iron Man, and Black Panther's up there right now. Everyone else is just kind of I don't
Hawkeye
like playing as.
It'd be fun. I think I'll like Hawkeye.
It's the Hawkeyes, they do. Yeah, they're doing. Well, Scarlet Witch does it too, but she's kind of more of she has the gun, so she switched to
Scarlet Witch was pretty fun too. I liked her demo portion.
And then Miss Marvel, she's pretty cool, but she kind of reminds me of a One Piece character, right? Or like Luffy. But yeah, so it's I'm waiting to see what they're doing, because with the I think this time next year, and when they have more characters out, we're going to see a bigger difference in gameplay styles as the more and more superheroes get thrown into the game.
I think if they incorporate more players, if X-Men started coming into that bitch, it just try to open it up more world-wise or character-wise, I wouldn't mind looking more into it.
Well, right now the world's open up enough where they can bring in Inhumans. I don't think they said anything about mutants, but they have brought in Inhumans already into the world.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. But all right, that's cool, man. Hey, keep going with it. Keep it strong. One day I might be like, you know what, F it. I'm getting this game, and you can rub it in my face all day long. All the shit talking I've been doing.
I will.
Yeah, I expect it, damn it. But all right, man. I think we're gonna end it there. We were on longer than I thought we were going to be, honestly. But we definitely got a lot out there. I feel like we just stayed on certain subjects.
Shout out to Sonny Chiba, rest in peace. He passed.
Sonny Chiba. You said who?
Sonny Chiba, the Street Fighter. He was in Kill Bill, one of the original old school martial artists from the day. If you ever go back and watch the movie The Street Fighter, kind of gory, old school martial arts.
Oh shit! Well, yeah. Rest in peace, then. Send him.
Yeah,
If you got a picture, you can put it somewhere. You can edit it in the video or something. I don't know.
That's the thing. He has so many different looks. Just look up The Street Fighter, the movie. I'm telling you,
Okay.
And watch that.
Okay. All right, but all right, man. Yeah, I guess we'll call it that. We'll call it then. So please click like and subscribe. Don't forget that bell on the side. All Media Marauders content.
Dang. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Oh, you looked it up? I'm gonna look it up after. But yeah, don't forget that bell on the side for All Media Marauders content. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. That's all our platforms. Check us out. Media Marauders. It's not that hard to spell. I'm sure you can do a quick Google search for it just in case. Or you can, look at our icon and it'll tell you. But all right, yeah. Y'all take it easy. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe. And we'll see y'all the next one.
Over there. It's gonna be there.
Yeah, you're bringing it right there. All right, y'all. Be easy, man. Be safe. And we'll check you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
All right.